King Sports Information Director Travis Chell here with head women's volleyball coach Chris Toomey. Preseason probably hasn't gone as planned. You weren't able to practice in the gym because the floor was getting redone. Had to go off campus. How has everything gone being not here at home?
Yeah, I guess you always have the expectations of how preseason's going to go, and you kind of know your surroundings and know the equipment that you have to be able to practice and to kind of accomplish the things you want to accomplish. And so when all that didn't kind of pan out like we expected, it was a little bit of a surprise, but it really went well, and the girls have worked really hard. We just kind of made some adjustments, and at the beginning you're really focusing on a lot of basics and getting everybody back in the groove and knocking off some of the rust. And so I think they've done a good job of jumping in and really working hard. And
since you've been on campus, it's a pretty veteran squad. Pretty much everyone comes back from last year. How's everything? How's the team looking so far? You had a scrimmage the other night.
Right. And I think because of a little bit of the adversity at the beginning of the year, knowing that we were bringing back so much experience is certainly has been a good thing. And they, our returners have really come back strong. I feel like they really did a good job over the summer of in their workout program and have come back in ready, fit, and really ready to get into the season. But excited about returning a veteran group. Last year it was the exact opposite. We had 7 freshmen and 2 transfers, and so we just had such a new team and trying to find chemistry and just kind of getting them into the flow of our system here at King took some time. And so this year it's been a little bit different preseason because we have a very veteran group now, and so kind of just depending on them to step in and pick up where we left off last year.
Yeah, and one of the leaders might be Peyton Tipton, who was Defensive Player of the Year in Conference Carolinas last year, leading what looks like a deep group there at DS.
Yes, for sure. Peyton is certainly a leader on our team as both as a captain off the court and on the court just in her play. And Peyton is one of those that is so consistent. You always know what you're going to expect from her, and she's always going to just step up and perform. And as she was honored last year as a Defensive Player of the Year, very deservingly so. She's excellent, but we have others that are really stepping up in that position too. Brooke Calhoun returns. She was a starter for us last year and is just exceptional on the back row, as well as Casey Williams and Mary Beth Kern, who both played in a defensive role last year. And so, defense is such a big part of the game, and knowing that we have a group back there that is not only veteran, but they've got a lot of grit. They have a love for that position, and I think we're going to be really strong in the backcourt.
And then moving to the offensive side, 2 all-conference performers return in Summer Kramer, who led the league in kills. Olivia Underwood, who has had a freshman campaign where she was near the top of the conference in assists as a setter. And then you add Mariah Harrington into the mix. Offense looks pretty stacked too.
Sure. I think that's one of a strength that we're going to have is that we have a lot of really capable, athletic, physical hitters and for our offense. And Summer, of course, was very successful last year, and really presented some problems for some teams. And I think she is even more experienced and more ready as she begins her second year here to take on even more kind of some of that role of just kind of leading the team offensively. But the exciting thing for me as a coach is that I don't think that she's going to have to carry a huge load, because I think we really have a very balanced offense, and I think we're going to be able to get every single one of our hitters involved, and I think that all of them can step up at any given point and really provide a strong offensive attack for us. So you've got her and Mary Beth Kern and Lauren Willoughby saw a lot of action on the outside last year, and so I think any three of those, bringing the experience back that they have, will be great. Mariah Harrington and Jordan Beatty both returned from the right side, and so I think with their experience and their success last year, they're just going to build on that. And then two middles returning in Kelsey Griffiths and Grace Underwood. To have experience returning in the middle is also really encouraging, as well as we've brought in two freshman middles that are going to provide great depth. And just watching them in the scrimmage the other night, they come to our program from good high school and club programs, and so they've played at a high level, and I think their confidence already, once they kind of again get a feel of our system and kind of find their place, they're going to really provide some great options for us.
Yeah, you mentioned a couple of newcomers. You only brought in 3, I believe,
Right.
this year, which you have so much returning, you didn't need to bring a whole lot.
That's right.
They're looking pretty good so far?
Yeah, so I mean, really pleased. I think obviously you recruit talent, but you also recruit young ladies who know how to win, and who have been there and who have competed at a high level. And both of these young ladies have a very competitive nature. They have a really just strong drive to improve and to compete, and they're not scared out on the court, and that's something that is you can't take for granted, and they're going to definitely be a huge contribution to this season as well as to this program in the years to come.
And then also, when you always have a veteran group returning, expectations are usually pretty high. Went 16-16 last year, but this year, preseason poll just came out yesterday. Picked second in the league behind Belmont Abbey. Those expectations seem like they might be a little bit higher this year.
Yeah, it's so interesting to go from one year being, set 9 newcomers and kind of, people kind of flying under the radar a little bit. And this year it seems that, coaches are seeing that, we have a lot of people returning and that we've got a lot of talent here. And that's a great testament to our program, and I'm, very grateful for that. But it does kind of change the whole, kind of approach to the season, in knowing that we kind of have a little bit of a target on our back, and people are expecting us to be one of the best teams, and so that just means that we've got to accept that and embrace that and play like that, and really go into each game knowing that people are going to bring their best against us, and I'm anxious to see how we step up to that challenge.
All right, thank you, Coach, and good luck this year.
Thank you.